Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Jennifer's Tale, My Life as a Crossdresser. I of course am Jennifer, and if you're watching this on YouTube and this is your first time watching a video of mine, hi, welcome to my podcast. I do a podcast if you are a crossdresser or a trans individual or a significant other, friend, ally of a crossdresser. This podcast is perfect for you, especially if you're a crossdresser, because I know over the years I have gone through and felt like I was all alone. And I want you to feel like you are not alone. I am right there with you. There are thousands of other girls right there with you. So please check out this podcast. I hope you enjoy it. Please do me a favor. Right below where you're watching me, click on the subscribe and subscribe to my podcast, to my videos. And we will have a great time. You'll hear about my thoughts, my ideas, concerns, hopes, dreams, experiences like this episode. And that's it. For those of you who may be listening to this as an audio podcast, please do me a favor. First of all, subscribe to my audio podcast, whether you're listening to it on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever you find Jennifer's Tale. Please subscribe. All the rules I just said kind of apply to you as well. If you are a crossdresser and this is new for you, please check out previous episodes. I talk an awful lot about my experiences in my life and where I'm at currently as far as my cross-dressing goes. And I think you'll learn a lot about me, maybe learn stuff about yourself, and definitely feel better about yourself and who you are. So, with that intro out of the way, let's get into this episode. I just got back from being out as Jennifer for the day. I didn't go out for very long, just because it's kind of chilly out, and I actually didn't have an awful lot of stuff to do. So this episode is kind of entitled A Short Trip, but Meaningful. Or maybe I'll change that title, but it sounds good right now anyway, just off the top of my head. Anyway, today is a Monday. For some reason I had a Monday off, so it was kind of nice to be able to sleep in just a tad and do my usual morning routine of getting my kids off to school and that sort of thing. And then I came home and I got ready for my day. Now today I decided to do something a little bit different. As you can see by my outfit, I'm dressed a little bit more conservatively, although I am wearing a short skirt. I'm not showing off the girls quite as much today. I'm just wearing a kind of a nice maroon colored top with a kind of a longer necklace on it. My earrings, I picked these, they're kind of dangly, they're kind of chandelier type ones, a little maybe too dressy for the rest of my outfit, but I felt that the shape of the chandeliers, the shapes on there kind of matched my necklace. So anyway, to get to my story, I got my kids off to school, and then I got ready like I normally do and got my makeup done. I had my body already shaved, my legs shaved, and then I got dressed, brand new pair of pantyhose, all my undergarments in the right place. I didn't do my normal cleavage stuff because I was going to wear this top instead, just to do some kind of dress down, maybe just a little bit. I think I still look pretty decent. And so I got all dressed up, and then I just kind of say, well, what am I going to do? Like I said, I didn't have a lot of stuff to do, so I just kind of grabbed what I needed, grabbed my purse, and out the door I went. The first thing I did was I drove to a community. It's a little ways away, probably about close to a half-hour drive, just because the company I work for, there is a new store that opened of ours, or of theirs, and I wanted to check it out, especially since they had some sale items that had really good deals. Have you guys seen the cost of eggs lately? Getting a deal on eggs right now is, you got to take advantage of it. So anyway, I went to this community, found where the new store was, and just luckily none of the people that worked there knew me or really know me. I think there was one person working there that I kind of recognized from maybe a meeting at some point, but otherwise I went into the store, did some looking around just to see how nice and new and fresh and clean, new paint and all this the store is. Found the items that I wanted and went to the checkout. I decided not to do the self-checkout and just wait for somebody to be open to ring me up. And there was a lovely lady who rang me up, was chatty, and I got $10 cash back. And she said, thanks, for coming, thanks for shopping with us. Got back to my car, and away I went. That $10 kind of leads me to the next stop, because I went to my local bank and went through the drive-thru because I had to get some quarters. I needed some quarters so I can do laundry today. That went without incident. The guy who was there wasn't all that friendly, but I got my roll of quarters, went through the drive-through, done with that. Then I said, well, what do I want to do? Well, I don't know how many of you know, but I like to read books. I'm a fairly avid reader. And there was a new book that came out this past week from Rebecca Yarros called Onyx Storm. It's the third book in the Empyrean series that she's doing. It's kind of a romantasy. I'm actually halfway through the second book, but I wanted to get the new book since it just came out. However, I didn't have a chance last week when it came out, and then I discovered that it's been selling out all over the place. So I thought, well, I'll take a couple chances. I'll see what I can find. I'll go to my local Barnes & Noble, since I haven't been there anyway. So I drove to Barnes & Noble, went in. By the time I got to Barnes & Noble, I'm wearing something a little different today. The pantyhose I have on are new, but they're also ones from Dollar Tree. I thought I'd give them a try. And they are kind of loose. They feel really smooth, and I feel really sexy in them, but they kind of fall down a little bit here and there. Not only that, but I'm actually wearing a padded panty underneath to give myself a little bit of a butt, just a little bit of hips. Can't really tell on the hip part, but I have that on. And by the time I got to Barnes & Noble, I could feel things kind of, gravity was taking its course. So when I got to Barnes & Noble, I went into the women's restroom. Nobody was in there, so I grabbed a stall and readjusted myself appropriately. So I was more comfortable and looked a little bit better. And then took some selfies, because you're in a bathroom, you have a phone, you got to take selfies. Took some selfies, and then I went and did some shopping. The Onyx Storm book that I was looking for, they had 2 copies left. Unfortunately, I saw why these 2 copies were left, because both of them were damaged. One had a ripped dust jacket, and the other one had crumpled pages. So I didn't end up buying it there. However, across the parking lot, there's a Target store. Well, Target had a special limited edition copy of this book, which sold out immediately. People were buying them to flip them on eBay. But I thought, well, I'll go there and see if they have any of like the regular deluxe edition, and I'll buy myself a copy. Well, I went into Target, and no luck. They were totally sold out as well. So I kind of struck out there. I guess Amazon's going to be the way to go, or maybe Target will get some more of the limited editions back in. But I wandered around Target just a little bit, and once I got done with that, then I decided, well, I guess I might as well just go home. I can just kind of putter around the house a little bit. But then before I did that, I was like, maybe I'll stop by my coffee shop. I did a video last week where I had stopped by, went through the drive-thru my local coffee shop, and Julie, the barista there, was very friendly with me, and I think she recognized me, or at least put 2 and 2 together. So I thought maybe she might be there again today. Well, apparently she had the day off today because she wasn't there, but I decided to go inside anyway and get myself a coffee. So got out of my car, went inside. There was like 3 people working. They were all very friendly. It seems like whenever I go inside, there's the same guy who makes my coffee for me. In fact, I don't even know his name. I need to look at his name tag. But I placed my order with the girl. She was very friendly. Unfortunately, no compliments there. But I waited patiently, got my coffee, and said thank you, sweetie, to the guy when he gave me my coffee. And he smiled pretty big, so apparently he must have liked it, or it was something different anyway. So I got my coffee, and as I was walking out, I happened to notice kind of in the back corner of this lobby, there was a woman sitting there, and she kind of looked up from her computer at me, and she smiled. So I smiled back. But then right when I was getting ready to walk out, there were 2 gentlemen sitting at a short table right by the front door. And as I was walking by, I noticed that the guy sitting by the door glanced down and definitely checked out my legs. So for those of you girls who keep telling me that I have great legs, which I still don't think I do, if I definitely notice a guy checking out my legs, I'm not going to argue with you anymore, I guess. I'll just take the win that I have great legs, and we'll go from there. So that was what happened at the very end, because after that I came home. But that is what happened to definitely make this day worthwhile. And I guess the lesson that I learned, or was reinforced to me, the lesson I want to tell to all you girls out there is, even if you get dressed up and you really don't have anything to do, go out, get out, even if it's just for a little while. I was out for maybe a total of an hour and a half. I have bigger plans for later on this week, but even going out for an hour and a half, being able to get dressed up, to look pretty, to look sexy, to feel feminine, and to go out and enjoy life and enjoy your femme side is something not to be missed. And don't just feel like, oh, I don't have a lot to do, so I'm not going to bother going out. Even going out for a little bit, just even going to put gas in your car, or going to get a snack, going through the drive-thru at Burger King or McDonald's. At least you're getting out of the house. You get to feel good about yourself, being the woman that you are, and it makes for a better day. It made me feel better because I was kind of down in the dumps this past weekend wasn't all that great, but after the interactions that I had today and just being able to go out as Jen and enjoy myself, it made me feel better in the end. By the time I got home, I feel much better about myself and me as a woman. So there you go. As always, I'd love to hear your comments, your thoughts. I'd love to hear about your experiences. You can do this in numerous ways. If you're watching this video, please do me a favor, leave a comment. I try to answer any and all comments. You can also, on the audio version, I think you can leave comments there. Please leave me feedback, especially on iTunes. More people leave feedback for the iTunes feed. More people notice my podcast, and it probably goes all the way around. So please do that. Last but not least, if you want to send an email, several girls have over the past couple weeks, send me an email. I am at Jennifer's Tale Podcast, that's all one word, at gmail.com. You can also find me on social media, primarily Facebook, under Jennifer Hangartner, Hangartner. And that's it for this time. I hope you are doing well. I hope you have a chance to get out as the feminine self that you are. And until next time, this is Jennifer saying hugs and kisses. Bye-bye.